Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is October 29, 2022, and we are in the New Testament, and we're in the book of James. We're going to read chapter 3, verse 1 through 12 today. James was the brother of Jesus. We saw in the gospel accounts very early on that his brothers were kind of leery of what Jesus was doing. They weren't sure. They thought maybe he might be a little bit crazy. But by the time we get to Acts, at least James has come around and realized, oh, yeah, okay, you are the Messiah. I'm the brother of the Messiah. And rather than lord that over people, he very humbly serves. He becomes the head of Jerusalem's church. He's writing to his fellow Jewish Christians to let them know, hey, you know what? It's not about who you are. It's not about how much money you make. If you follow Jesus, you're a Christian. We're all same. We're all equals. He talked a little bit about faith and good works. And we wanted to make sure we weren't seeing in there a contradiction with what Paul said about good works. Paul says, hey, you know what? Jesus' death on the cross is what gave us salvation. It was nothing we did. Our good works don't earn our way into heaven. They don't earn us a better place in the Lord's presence. James is not contradicting that at all. James says, hey, you know what? Yeah, that's the faith that is true is what saves us. But that saving grace working inside of us will produce good works out of us. So good works are evidence that you've been saved. They don't earn your way. They're showing that, hey, you know what? God is working inside me after all. And one of the ways he works inside of us is we're getting ready to read here, is he starts to bring that under control. And that gets us in a lot of trouble. So let's go ahead and we're going to read James chapter 3, verse 1 through 12. Dear brothers and sisters, not many of you should become teachers in the church, for we who teach will be judged more strictly. Indeed, we will make many mistakes, for if we could control our tongues, we would be perfect and could also control ourselves in every other way. We can make a large horse go wherever we want by means of a small bit in its mouth, and a small rudder makes a huge ship turn wherever the pilot chooses to go, even though the winds are strong. In the same way, the tongue is a small thing that makes grand speeches, but a tiny spark can set a great forest on fire. And among all the parts of the body, the tongue is a flame of fire. It is a whole world of wickedness, corrupting your entire body. It can set your whole life on fire, for it is set on fire by hell itself. People can tame all kinds of animals, birds, reptiles, and fish, but no one can tame the tongue. It is restless and evil, full of deadly poison. Sometimes it praises our Lord and Father, and sometimes it curses those who have been made in the image of God. And so blessing and cursing come pouring out of the same mouth. Surely, my brothers and sisters, this is not right. Does a spring of water bubble out with both fresh water and bitter water? Does a fig tree produce olives or a grapevine produce figs? No, and you can't draw fresh water from a salty spring. May God bless the reading of his word. May God bless you. Bye.